guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I look a little bit crazy right now, but that's because I'm not wearing any foundation. The reason why I'm not wearing foundation is because this is a first impressions video on a foundation that I recently heard of and recently purchased. So that's why I look a bit pale and sick. I'm excited for this video because this is my very first impressions slash demo slash review video. So if you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up or leave a comment down below. That would just help me know that you guys do like these kinds of videos, and it just tells me, you know, keep filming them. So yeah, let's just get started. So the foundation I am talking about is the MAC Studio Waterweight SPF 30 foundation. I know this product came out late August, early September, but I've never heard anyone talk about this foundation. I was on YouTube and I was searching best MAC foundations just because I felt like buying a MAC foundation. I just wasn't sure on which one was the best one for my skin type and all that. So I came across a first impressions video. I can't remember who did it. She was talking about this foundation and she reviewed it and all that, and I immediately fell in love with it. I was like, oh my god, it looks so beautiful. I need to purchase it for myself. So I did do a lot of thinking and research before I actually purchased it. So this foundation goes for $33, and I think that's pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't know because I've never purchased from MAC before. So I did purchase it and it was $33. The color I got was NC30. I did get color matched at the store just because I wasn't sure how these shades went, so I wasn't sure which one was like for my skin color. I had the lady match the color to my skin, so that helped out a lot, and she actually told me that it's best to go with a foundation that's a shade lighter than your usual skin tone. It's because she did tell me that this foundation does oxidize depending on the temperature and all of that stuff. So she said just go for the color that's one shade lighter. Now, I've never purchased from MAC before, so I did hear some girls that reviewed this product on YouTube talk about the color range. Now, other MAC foundations that they do sell have a lot of foundations that are yellow toned. In this one, in the Waterweight foundation, carries more pink toned foundations than yellow. So the packaging looks like this. I really like the packaging. It looks very sleek and very, you know, fancy. It is a frosted glass bottle and it just has a black serum pumper. So I do like it. It looks very clean and edgy. I was a little hesitant because I did see that it was, you know, like a serum dropper, and I always worry about those kinds of foundations because I feel like they're super messy when you open it. But this one, I can tell that when I try and like pull it out, it kind of has a stopper, so it scrapes a product that is on the tube. So that way, like when you go and like put it back in, it won't like squirt out everywhere. Before I get onto the demo, I am going to read the description of the product online. So the description says, introducing an innovative foundation that delivers color in an ultra fluid elastic gel serum formula. With a virtually weightless feel, this formula is extraordinarily comfortable, lasting for hours. With stay true color and sheer medium buildable coverage, it softly blurs imperfections such as pores and fine lines while also controlling oil. The addition of Moisture Fusion Complex provides immediate and all-day hydration, leaving skin feeling quenched and silky to the touch. The unique dropper provides you with a drop of perfection. So it sounds pretty convincing. I mean, it convinced me to purchase it, so here I am. So since this product does have a high SPF, it has SPF 30, it's probably not going to be a good foundation for photography. Like say you're going to an event and you know you will be taking flash photography, like photos. I don't feel it's going to be a great foundation because high SPF does give that white flashback in photos. Another reason is that this is not a full coverage foundation. So if you're into full coverage foundations, this probably won't work for you because it is very watery. It's only going to provide you with a medium coverage. Okay, so for the demonstration on my face, I'm going to do half and half. One side is going to be primed. So I'll use this side. This side is going to be primed. And on this side, I'm going to use a flat top Kabuki foundation brush from BH Cosmetics. And then on my other side, I'm not going to prime it, and I'm going to be using a beauty blender. The reason why I'm priming one side and not the other is because I want to see if there is actually a difference between a primed face and not a primed face. I want to see if it applies differently or if it wears throughout the day differently. I also want to use two different brushes just because I want to see which one's better. I want to see if a damp beauty blender or an actual synthetic brush is better. I'm just going to go ahead and prime one side of my face. And I'm using the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I saw a lot of girls that were doing the reviews apply the foundation with their hands, but I would personally never apply a foundation with my fingers just because I feel like it's not sanitary and it doesn't give you the coverage you want. So it does say to shake well because it is very watery. So I'm going to squeeze it and soak up some product. And then on the back of my hand, I'm going to do one full pump. It is very watery and runny. So I'm just grabbing it with my brush. And I'm first tapping it in. And then really working it into my skin. I am going to apply one layer on each side and see how well that coverage is. And then apply a second layer just to see how far you can go. Like, it's going to show me and you guys if one layer is enough or if you can go ahead and apply a second layer. So it definitely does feel very, very weightless. It honestly doesn't feel like I'm applying anything to the face. It literally feels like I'm just rubbing a brush on my face, which is good because you're not going to have that heavy foundation feeling. Okay, so that's what it looks like. I think this is a pretty good damp coverage for one layer. So I'm excited to see how far a second layer goes. Also, it does give me a dewy look, and I gotta say I love that because I have very dry skin. If you are a very oily person, I don't feel like this is gonna be a good foundation for you. I mean, this is pretty good coverage for one layer, I gotta say. So this is one layer, and then I still haven't applied on this side, but it's pretty good so far. I like it so far. So it's not settling into any pores or fine lines, so that's pretty good. Now I'm going to do this side with a beauty blender. Again, I'm doing one full drop and picking it up with a beauty blender and just applying it. I'm pretty sure the damp beauty blender is going to give you more of a dewy finish because it does sheer out your foundation. So we'll see. I do feel like if you were to use a beauty blender, I would rather just apply a full pump and then apply it on your face with your finger and then tap it out with a beauty blender. Just because I noticed that when you pick it up from your hand with the beauty blender, it does soak into the sponge really fast. So that's kind of, you know, a downside to this. Also, since a beauty blender is known to pick up excess product that you don't want, it doesn't give you the same amount of coverage as when you use a brush. So this right now is just one layer, and I think that's pretty good coverage for one layer, especially for a foundation that is very watery and serum like, because I would honestly just go with one layer because it looks nice. It doesn't look cakey or anything. Also, so far I can't really tell the difference between a primed side versus a non-primed side. It just looks the same to me. I mean, on this side it's not settling into any fine lines or pores, and this side is primed, and then on this side it's not settling into fine lines or pores as well, and this side is not primed, so that's a good sign. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply a second layer all over my face with the brush. I'm not gonna use the beauty blender anymore. I just want to see if the brush gives you more coverage. Even with layering on all these two layers, it doesn't feel heavy at all. You know, most foundations feel like you're wearing a mask almost. This one, it just feels like you're massaging water into your skin. I look dewy. Yeah. I really like this foundation. So I just got done applying the second layer, and this is pretty good coverage. Obviously it didn't really cover up this pimple or like this pimple right here. So if you do have very heavy acne prone skin, I don't feel like this serum foundation is going to do a very good job at covering all of it, but it will definitely tone it down. I do feel like this is a great foundation to apply when you're in a hurry, like if you just have like 10-15 minutes to apply your makeup. I think this is a great foundation because even with just one layer, it gives you pretty good coverage. It also has SPF, so it's gonna protect from the sun, and also it is very quick to blend. I saw someone apply it with their hand. It still gave them a beautiful finish. So if you are in a hurry, this is a great foundation because you can just spread it and then you're good to go. I do really love it so far. Like, really love it. I'm going to go ahead and finish off the rest of my complexion, and I will be back when I'm done to let you know my overall thought on the foundation. So I will see you in a little bit. So I just got done with contouring, and I just applied a lipstick. When I was going in to set my under eye, I didn't apply any concealer. I just wanted to set this area just because I didn't want to look oily like under my eyes. So I just did set this part right here. But when I was going in to set it, I saw that it was creasing a little bit under my eyes. But I mean, that's not really a problem because if I were to go in with a concealer, I would just, you know, buff that out and then set it really quickly so it won't crease. So that's not really a problem for me. I can also tell it did crease a little bit like around my nose area, but it doesn't really bug me. So my overall thought on this foundation is that I really love it so far. I clearly do have to see how it wears throughout the day, but right now, as far as I can tell, I just love it. I think it has such a beautiful finish. It has great coverage, and I think it's just an easy blendable foundation. In my next video, I will probably update you guys on this foundation. You might find it in my November favorites or in my regrets. So keep an eye out for this. So that's it for this video. I hope that you guys really enjoyed my first impressions video. Let me know down below what product you would want me to do a first impression / review on. Please make sure you subscribe before you leave this video. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!